Get 'em Jimmy, where low shack at. The bottles getting nippy up the crack and we stacking chips. All of it's what I want. Plus money winners, that's what I'm on. You can say I'm gone. I prefer elevated public sports radio. Time to get educated, get produced. Leave the juice, letting loose with so much abuse that the bookies wanna call a truce. They getting slaughtered. Can't forget Jeff and low baggers in the chat. That's a lethal weapon. We be pubbing.
All right, everyone, welcome into another edition of Betting with Bouquett. My name is Jose Bouquett. Nice to see everyone bright and early on a Wednesday. James the Bag out busy doing record keeping and such, so he's appointed me to do the show today on a small card Wednesday, but it'll be a lot of fun talking about these 5 games we got on the tap with Mr. Connor Mack Picks joining us on the program today. So it might be a quicker show than usual, but still be a good time. We'll still have some great analysis by Connor and myself here on game 3 of Houston Rangers, as well as 2 college football games tonight as well. Shout out to those who bet Jacksonville State last night. Even I saw them win outright, so a lot of conversation about that as well. So it's going to be very fun to talk about these games as well. Shout out to Nasty Nate in the chat, Rem Most, James Farm, Cody Norton in here as well. Let's get after it, guys. It's going to be a good day of sports analysis, and we couldn't do it without one Connor Mack pick. So let's bring him onto the program. Connor, how's it going over there?
Beautiful. That was quick. I didn't know you were that quick with it.
Here. We get down to business here, Connor. The analysis is what matters. My shit dicking around for the first 10 minutes of the show, we cut that out because we want the action here, Connor.
Beautiful. I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
It's going to be a great show. So, again, thank you guys all for joining us here. Connor, thanks for joining me and doing the heavy lifting today, Connor, because I know you're going to be bringing it today. So I appreciate you for doing it. All right, well, Connor, I have to get into the NHL mode here. I need to really get into it. So let's first hold on. Let's put this up first because we have to pay tribute to our old friend as I get into NHL mode. And now I'm ready to talk hockey. Let's talk about the Washington Capitals versus the Ottawa Senators, eh? Now, we all know Ottawa's got our guy, Brady Tkachuk. He's got 4 goals this year. He's tied for second. By the way, a shitload of people tied for second, and we know what this is. But it feels like it's been forever for me, Connor, that I've seen Ottawa such big favorites especially against the Washington Capitals, the mighty, mighty Capitals, who once were very good. According to Daily Faceoff, we've got Darcy Kemper, but he's unconfirmed, versus Anton Forsberg in goal. He's likely as of 9:32 Central. So we'll see how that goes. That's about 30 minutes ago. Anton 1-0 this year, 2 goals against this year, a 905 save percentage. While Darcy, if he goes 1-0, 185 goals against and a 95 save percentage. Connor Mack, I know Jimmy doesn't like the betting money and percentages in NHL, but I'll give it to you on the total here. That's probably where it makes the most sense. 69% of the bets and 55% of the money on the under in this game. Only 5,000 bets on the total here. And if you guys are interested in the money line, it doesn't really that matter because it's minus 170 to plus 150. But it's kind of surprisingly enough, 95% of the bets and 98% of the money on Ottawa here today. So what do you think about this matchup here, Connor, to start off our card?
Yeah, it's just really flipped, between these two. Washington, bunch of older guys, new coach, had owned these Senators for years, really the last 10 years. It was a problem for him. But 3 out of the last 4 Senators win. They got the younger team on the rise. The Caps have just struggled. We're only a couple games in, to the NHL season, but dead last on shots on goal. They're the worst team, 5-on-5. It just hasn't been good. They lost 4-0. They were down 2-0, come back and in OT and beat the Flames, which was solid. Some people could think here with the Caps, that this is the value with them here at plus 150. I even was trying to do that a little bit with them last year, and it worked out about half the time. It wasn't great. But I think the Sens should be this price. And yeah, it's just keeps moving. This opened minus 145. It's up to minus 170. What's up?
That's pretty crazy that it's opened up at minus 140 and then it's all the way up to minus 170. I mean, that's definitely makes it auto or a pass for me.
Yeah. Also, all those 0-6 on the power play. Can the Caps get going there? It's just been awful the first couple of games for this team. And the Senators at home have been good. They got a 5-game homestand here. The scoring's been great. They share it all around. 10 guys have 2 points or more. You mentioned Brady Tkachuk at the top, the leader in that. To me, this is Senators. The price is steep. I think their team total here is 3.5. If you like that at minus 120. But one thing I've seen with the Capitals, they've gotten down early. I like the full game, the puck line. I'm interested a little bit in the first period, minus the half. I don't do a ton of those, but I kind of like it. First period, minus the half, plus 140 here with the Senators.
Beautiful. I like that look there, Connor. A full game puck line is plus 140 on Bet Online as well. So if you're praying to the puck line, Jesus, maybe you'll get paid out there in Ottawa. Let's go to our next game here. Pittsburgh, Detroit. If you were a child in the 2000s, I'm sure you saw these teams duke it out plenty of times. Now we've got the Red Wings, kind of on the upswing, on their trajectory. They've been shit for a couple of years now, and now they're finally starting to figure out. Now Pittsburgh is getting old and washed up. All I see is that their pens are overrated, et cetera, et cetera. They lost on opening night as a pretty big favorite as well, so that didn't help their cause. Now they're minus 120 road favorites here. Let's see who Daily Faceoff has in net. Unconfirmed Tristan Jarry versus a confirmed Billy Husso. 1-1 with a 3.56 goals against. Not good. And an 8.63 save percentage. Obviously, very early. Very early, but let's see how that goes and how that drops down. Tristan Jarry, 1-1 with a 1.53 goals against, 9.44 save percentage there. Market in these games. Let's go to the money line first. It's a closer money line, so we can at least talk about it. 62% of the bets and 78% of the money on the Red Wings here. And let's see if action is actually right about an opener here. I had this opening up around minus 130 here, and it's kind of dropped to minus 125. So you can see, and it's actually went down to minus 120 and minus 117 at one point on the Penguins. It has jumped up to 25 again, but it's very interesting that heavy money, or I guess, sharp action on the Red Wings there, and the line has dropped to come back up on them. Total here. Let's talk about that. Over money is getting smashed here. 87% of the bets and 92% of the money on the over here, Connor Mac picks. How has it felt talking to a hockey goalie this whole segment, and what do you think about this game?
Where'd you get that mask?
Connor, I'm a man of many props. I'll get the wigs out too, Connor. I've got a couple wigs.
You got that out of the Halloween store?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, that's what it looks like. Right on. Can you do anything between the pipes?
Oh, Connor, let me tell you, as a catcher, as a left-handed catcher, I based my blocking style on my guy, Tim Thomas. And I would just tell myself, verbally and mentally, I would just tell myself, I'm Tim Thomas, and block everything like a hockey goalie. So I'm sure I could stone everyone in the chat, yeah.
Right on. Shout out to the chat, everyone in here. Real Deal Prime, Jeffrey Moore, North Ender, Billy Friedrich, Billy Eagle Flyer, Don Play, what's up? J Dub, Rem Most, loving that you're on here, Jose, as always. Sharon, Nasty Nate, dude. Shout out to Nasty Nate. Lucas, what's going on? Let's get to this one. I like the chart money too. I like the Red Wings in this game. We got what's the best number around here right now?
That's a great question, Mr. Connor Mack. On my odds sheet, I'm seeing plus 111, and our friends at Bet Online is the best ones. I don't know what sports betting that website is, but Bet Online has plus 111 for me.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I can find some
Well,
better.
Connor, now that I said that I could stone everyone in the chat, people are popping up saying that this could not happen. And I love a challenge, Connor, so I might have to start stretching, work on my butterfly here soon.
Yeah, that'll be a sight. You gotta video tape that. All right, I'll look for the price here. Penguins, after that first loss to the Blackhawks, they get a couple wins. They've been shared around Crosby, Malkin, Rust. Riley Smith's been good. The defense has been solid. You mentioned we'll see with Jari and net, the up and downs with him in his career. But I want the Red Wings. I want Alex Bouquett here. I took his shots on goal. Same thing. Actually, like Larkin, his is 3.5 through 3 games. Larkin 6, 7, and 5 shots on goal. I think you look at his over 3.5 in there. I'm going to be on it. But I'm on the Wings here at home. I think it's a great look, and especially if I could I wanted plus 115, really, by the time we came on. But I don't know if I can get it.
Again, Connor, people just popping up out of the woodworks. Northander, J-Dub, Turnsey, they all want the smoke here. They all want Marc-Andre Ramon to come out and start putting up performances here. So I don't know.
Ramon. Wow.
I don't know if you guys want that. I mean,
you want the smoke?
I think they do. Jose Rask will come out, and it'll be ugly for you guys. So I wish you guys luck. I know Turnsey plays every Tuesday in his men's league because he'll come back with a fucking gigantic black eye one day. But it's just hockey. So Turnsey, you're providing the goalie gear, and I'll stone all of you guys 1v1s, no problem. I've played catcher. It can't be that hard, right? All right, let's recap.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's get it.
Connor, what are you on here on the hockey for both games?
I'm going to be on the Sens. I'm going to wait on that. But I am on the Wings here. I guess give me the 111. I have to go back and look. I think we could beat it, maybe. I remember one of my locals here at Circa. I have to go through it. There. Larkin, I'm over 3.5 shots on goal, minus 110. DeBrincat goal here. I think I got plus 170. I'm on that as well. I like his shots on goal as well. I have a little bit of that. The juice is a little bit high though, so I'm gonna wait on his shots on goal. 2.5 for DeBrincat.
All right, beautiful work there, Connor Mack. All right, well that was hockey. Thanks all of you guys that always complain that hockey is super long when James the Bag here. You're welcome. There you go. Hockey is now done, wrapped up in a nice 10-minute package there. And, Connor, as a famous commenter once said on this show, I wish Bobana was here because he would have done it faster. Now they're going to start saying that about me. Who knows? Shout out to that guy. That was hilarious that one day. So that was a very, very funny day.
Who was the guy who said it?
I don't remember his name, but I just remember him saying to Jimmy, like, I wish Bobana was hosting. We would have been done with this already. It was good.
I love it.
J-Dub, you're right. It is easy when it's 2 games, huh? All right, let's go to our baseball here today. We've talked about these 2 Texas teams all year, and it just keeps on coming down to them. And here we are in this electric series for the Battle of Texas. It's funny, Connor, that this is the year that I did the Texas doubleheader, Astros Rangers games back-to-back nights. And now they're in the ALCS, which makes it feel cooler, which is cool. But the Astros have had an Achilles heel all year. All year it's been their home record. They've been shitty at home, and they've just shit down their leg, kind of, I guess. Well, not even that bad. It was a close game at the end of the day, but just 2 losses at home has put them down now 2-0 against the Texas Rangers, feeling good about themselves. and Max Scherzer comes back, apparently ready to go. He's had an up and down season, to say the very least. He'll have moments of brilliance. He'll go out there and dominate. Very funny enough, Connor, Max Scherzer has faced these very Houston Astros twice this year. Once when he was on the Mets, and of course, he dominates them. 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run on a home run, 8 Ks, 1 walk, feeling great about himself. And then, as the season kind of goes on, and he's an old man, he wears down, and predictably in his second start against them on September 6th, his second to last start of the regular season, 3 innings, 6 hits, 7 earned runs on 3 home runs, 4 Ks, 2 walks, and that was at home for the Texans, or for the Astros there, should I say, for the Rangers there. And that, again, just makes it feel like the Astros always find a way to win on the road. Now they're the underdogs, and as many of you have probably heard me say throughout this postseason, for me, it's been underdogs and unders. Just take all the underdogs and take all the unders, and I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be cashing out at the end of the day. So now that the Rangers are the favorites here, I'm very interested in the Astros. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this game, Connor. It's going to be very, very interesting. Before I pass it off to you, market here, 76% of the bets and 89% of the money on the Houston Astros there. So not really surprising, honestly. My underdog line feeling great, but the line has not moved that much. 33% of the bets and 61% of the money on the under there. Not really surprising as well there for me. A sharp money on the under. This opened up at minus 125. It's kind of dipped a little bit to minus 120-ish. So we'll see how that goes. Connor Mack, what do you think about this pivotal game 3 here in the ALCS?
Yeah, you mentioned unders. Just take the Phillies, the playoff, and the Rangers have been really good. So I get you want to stick to them. You talked about that start with Scherzer, and that was probably the lowest point of the year. And the Astros getting hot there last month when they swept them. They scored 13, 14, and 12 runs in those 3 games against the Rangers. Where the Rangers were at home, Astros on the road, they just smashed them. When you look at this one, Astros haven't swung it. What was that 5th inning? Bases loaded. Eovaldi gets out of that jam. No outs. That was just huge. So bats got to come alive on the road for the Astros. I get you want to be on the Rangers, the people that want to. There should be runs in this game. One thing, let's go to the Astros. Javier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is this guy going to do it here? His record 5-1. He's got a 1.9 ERA in the postseason. He's just shown up in the biggest games. When you look at him, the regular season, basically he's due to go 5 innings. They'll give up at least 3 runs in this one. So I think if you like the Rangers, just go team total. Both these team totals are 4.5 in this game. And I love an under, but I think, and we're at a 9, so I'm not just going crazy to say take the over, but I think we do get some runs in this one. And what do we get from Scherzer coming off here? He hasn't pitched in a month, right? Basically. He throws a simulated game. What was that on last Wednesday? And a small bullpen session.
Yeah,
I don't like that. And he's been really good, and he's gotten hit in his postseason career. 7.7, 3.5 ERA. He could be really good, but I think he gets tagged here. And Astros, this is a they don't mind this. These guys love to cheat, so they don't mind the road, the booze. The last 6 or 7 years, they're used to this shit. So they got to bring it tonight. And I'm on them. I'm on the Astros here. The best number I got was plus 116 just a little while ago, like 10 minutes ago here at the South Point. It's it. Because if they go down 3-0, I think it's over. Just wrap it up. And if you think there's runs and want to be safer, a lot of people I just saw in the chat, our guy Justin, some people have the team total. I don't mind it. But, I'm on the Astros here. Prop-wise, I think you look at 2 guys who have been hitting. Tucker, these guys need to step up. Obviously, Jordan's been huge. His walk, him and Seager have been excellent. You could go that way. But I want some big price with guys in the 6 and 7 hole that have kind of hit for them in the Twin Series is Abreu and Brantley. Abreu's RBI is plus 190. Brantley's plus 235. I'm on both theirs, and I've sprinkled both their home runs, plus 450, and Brantley's is plus 750. So I'm on those props in this game.
Michael Brantley, home run. I was texting with one of my Astros fan friends, and I hit a bad first at bat, and I was like, oh man, I feel like this guy might be washed up, and I was thinking that in my head, and I was like, I was gonna text him that, and I was like, you know what? I'll wait, give him another at bat. Let's see how he does. Smack. I was like, okay, he got a hit, whatever. And I was like, all right, let's watch this next at bat. Smack, double. I was like, all right, fuck. I guess he's the only Astro that's gonna hit, and he's absolutely not washed up there. So, yeah, Michael Brantley's been hot there for sure. I like the look.
And the numbers too. You know, he's had the most at bats against Scherzer, 20 for 54, 8 doubles, a triple, and 3 homers. So you just got to take it. It was like Trey Turner last night. You know, the numbers were just crazy. Take it. He goes yard off Merrill Kelly there. Well, I got to say, check out if you want the pitchers here. Check out our guy Sharpie. I'm sure he's going to do something. He's more in depth, obviously, with the pitchers here and can break that down if you're looking for outs or strikeout props. I had Kelly strikeout, and it didn't look there, and then he's mowed down like 4 or 5 straight there in the 4th and 5th inning last night.
Yeah, I saw he had like 2 through 3 innings, and I was like, yikes, and then he just turned it on. That's pretty cool.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't think, I mean, Scherzer's on a short leash, and one thing is the Astros have the better bullpen. The Rangers have just they've gotten it done. It's kind of like the D-backs, the Phillies, these bullpens all year, maybe not the best. I'd rather go full game, with that, in the end, because I think the Astros have the better pen, and we've talked about this Rangers bullpen. So the pen, if he gets hit, they could be in there early.
And here's the thing. I was thinking about this. I think that Rangers bullpen in the regular season, this is easy to say now, but they're not the same anymore. They're not even using like half the guys, because here's the thing. Scherzer, let's say he goes 3 innings, 4 innings. It's probably going to be John Gray coming right behind him. Because that's what they've done. They're just like, fuck that. Let's not trust our bullpen. Our rotation was pretty good the whole year. And, Bruce Bochy watched Alex Cora, I guess, in 2018, put all of his starters back there in his bullpen, and it's worked out. So I would not be surprised at all if we saw Scherzer here for like 3-4 innings, then John Gray for another 3-4 innings, ideally for them. And then they'll give it to Spores and then Leclerc and Chapman and see what happens there. So that's the one thing. I respect Bochy because he's really eliminated that Rangers bullpen. But the thing is, if they don't go straight to one of those starters, like if they don't go – because I don't know who's starting game 4 yet. It might be Dunning. But I'm fully expecting a starter to come out of the bullpen behind Scherzer here. I would be surprised if they just went – like all their bullpen arms who have been shit all year. And they've made it work with Spores. Chapman's basically given up 2 home runs and just hit him in the wrong side of the park here. And it's been hilarious to see. And then Leclerc has been fantastic. So shout out to him. But I'm going to move on the Astros as well. And I'm also going to go to the under here. I'm going to continue betting unders on underdogs and unders. For me here, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Max Scherzer showed off that Hall of Fame shit, went out there and pitched well in his 4 innings, 5 innings, whatever he does. And Christian Javier, like we said, has been a postseason guy. His regular season is scary, I will admit. And he has faced the Rangers only once this year, 4 1/3, 9 hits, 8 earned runs, just crushed him this year. And I'm like, oh, man. So it's going to be interesting. But the Rangers are like 17-70 memorabilia saying hit 7-0 in the postseason. They have not lost yet. So we'll see how it goes here. The Astros much better at home. And I'll be interested to see what the fan distribution is as well, because obviously both these teams are in Texas. I'd love to see if there's a decent number of Astros fans at this game. I know so. I know the Rangers are obviously is their first time there and blah, 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 but I'll be very interested to see what they do with that. So under and Astros for me, Connor on the Astros here as well. Excited to see it. Connor, do you have any quick thoughts on the Phillies series before we move on?
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, gosh.
It's over. Yeah,
Brandon
it's
Pfaadt in Game 3 doesn't tickle your fancy.
He's gonna get lit. He's just gonna get lit. He got by with the Dodgers, who were pathetic at the time. Yeah, kid's got all right stuff, but he's gonna get hit.
But by the way, I send my condolences for the Dodgers.
They suck. Can't hit a lick when it matters.
Man, I felt bad. I was like, man, this is how Mookie and Freddie Freeman are going down. 1 for 22, whatever it is. Ooh. Ugly business. All right, let's switch gears and let's go into college football here. Again, we appreciate all you guys for joining us here. And by the way, Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play of the day is on Texas. BJ's got a big bet on Houston, so I'm going to be watching this game very closely. I cannot wait to see how that all unfolds there. And shout out to Justin McAvee's Stacks Pod as well was on the screen, so shout out to you there, Justin. All right, we've got 2 college football games here and my old stomping grounds of Conference USA. And let's talk about New Mexico State versus UTEP first. Shout out to Nasty Nate's nephew, the tight end. Shout out to him first. Second of all,
always you got to hit that first.
Yeah, of course. I hope he scores a touchdown here. Second of all, I'm familiar with what UTEP's ball is. They're a run-the-ball defense kind of team. Beat your ass up. They won last week on an upset victory. I saw all those fucking pickaxes everywhere on social media. They're just like, fuck yeah, we won a game, yeah. By the way, they like literally pickaxe with their hands during the games and stuff. It's I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cool. So shout out to UTEP. But New Mexico State here favored by 3 points on the road in the Sun Bowl here. Obviously, don't have to worry about travel, at least for them. It's not a far trip for them, so that's nice. But 84% of the bets and 94% of the money on New Mexico State here. And I'm going to look and double check here, Connor, but it seems like UTEP was favored at one point in this game. I don't know. I need to see that again. No, it's 2.5 here. There we go. 2.5 for New Mexico State, up to 3 with all that money. It doesn't seem like that's that much movement here, Connor. What do you have on this game?
Yeah, I want to see if maybe it keeps dropping here, because the threes, they're still threes, but there's plenty of 2.5s, like you mentioned. I think people maybe are buying a little bit what this quarterback that came in, McCollum for UTEP, finally get a win, score 21 points right out of the gate. Because Hardest, thank God, hopefully he doesn't play. We have to make sure of that, but I think McConnell is definitely got to be in after they finally win a football game and after how horrible he's been. Both these teams are just slow. When you look at one thing with New Mexico State, they've been efficient on offense. They've been very, very good. If you look at their stuff, 440 yards is 35th. Their yards per play, 7.7. That's 5th, sorry. The offense, the 440 yards is 35th. They're going to want to run it here. Javi has been good. The UTEP defense has not been good against the run. That's where they struggle. They give up 177 yards a game. So New Mexico State should be able to run right down their throat in this game. I took the under. It's dropped now. It's a matter if you want to take it here at 47.5 in this game. I think this is slow. There's not a ton of points. And the New Mexico State defense, which I mentioned, on the show on Monday, I thought they were sloppy and not very good the first 2 games, have really tightened things up. And the numbers show it the last few weeks, how good they've been. And this UTEP offense is just not good. So I don't know how many points they'll get. So I'm going to stay off the side. I think New Mexico State could easily go in there and win. For the UTEP team that's just not been good at home. Can they build off this win? But I did take the under earlier in the week.
Very interesting. I'm excited to watch this game. I would like Thomas Whitford to score a touchdown. Shout out to Nate, Nasty Nate there again. That's who we're rooting for to score a touchdown here.
Does he have a price?
That's a great question, Nate. Let us know if there's touchdown props, I guess, for this game, and if he's on there. That would be very enjoyable to like cash like a plus 800 on that shit or something like that. But I'm
if you like UTEP, that was the move, the 3 in the hook, and now you got to like that it's dropping. Because it was at 3.5 when we did the show on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like this is just reverse line movement right now, honestly. 49% of the bets, by the way, 52% of the money on the under. But this, shockingly enough, feels like a UTEP spot for me. Like we said, it's dropping here. 84% of the bets and 94% of the money on New Mexico State. And it's, again, moving towards UTEP. So I think I'm going to move on the Miners. Which is going to be a very unpleasant, uncomfortable experience, Connor. But I will be.
Hey, finally won. This is a different type game. And New Mexico State, I have to say, they haven't been great on the road. I'd rather have them at home, and that's why I see the 3.5. People are like, wow, they got to win by more than a field goal. And that's why it's just dropping, because they see value, catching the 3.5, 3. With UTEP. Yeah, plus 500. Still, Nate, you got to sprinkle some on that for your cousin. Come on, man.
Yeah, plus 500. I mean, shit, I would love that. I don't have those props. Johnny Guns, I had New Mexico State opening at 2.5. There, Johnny Guns. Very interesting. I had them opening at 2.5. So it obviously depends on where you go, where you shop. But on my site, I had them opening up at 2.5 minus 115. And by the way, now I've got 3 minus 120. So that's what I bet. UTEP plus 3 minus 120 there. So it's very fun. Cannot wait to see what goes there. All right. Next game and our final game on the card, the FIU Panthers. I believe they're the Panthers. So their mascot looks like a cougar. Versus Sam Houston here. And it seems like we've talked about Sam Houston every week. They've been a darling of these gambling programs, defense, unders, blah, blah, blah. But now they're favored by 5.5 points here. And I know FIU is basically a community college. They're a shit-ass garbage football team program. Who's their coach, Connor? Their coach, I feel like I know their coach, right?
I don't even know the coach.
Okay, well, never mind. There you go.
Yeah, FIU?
Oh, no, I think I'm thinking of probably Jacksonville State with Rich Rod or whoever it was.
Yeah, Rich Rod's there. Shout out Jacksonville State. Got it done last night.
Exactly. A lot of people cashed on that. So shout out to everyone that cashed on it. Connor, what do you have to say about this matchup here? Because it's opened at 5. It's been 5 here basically the whole
Mike
time.
McIntyre is the coach.
Oh,
yes,
Mike.
This is what, second year.
All right, well, absolutely don't know who that human being is. 63% of the bets and 62% of the money on Sam Houston here. I need to double check. Yep, Sam Houston. Connor, what do you have to say about this matchup?
Well, if you like two horrible teams, horrible offenses, this is it. One thing, Sam Houston, horrible here at home though, laying 5 points kind of says something, because when you just look at this, you want to just take FIU and this 5.5. I can't do it. Jenkins has been banged up at quarterback. He hasn't been able to do too much. Both offenses have been ugly. They don't throw it well. They don't run it well. And on the flip side, Sam Houston's finally got it going, which were just dreadful. And they did cover some numbers early. Are starting to move the ball. I think that's what people are seeing here. This total has moved up. I'd only be on the under. It's gone from 39.5 up to 42. And now I see a little buyback. There's 41.5 out there now. I don't know how. These are another two teams, super slow, that just struggle to score in the end. Even at 42, I'd be on the under in this game. And I'm going to stay off the side. I think Sam Houston State gets a win here, maybe at home. But they got to win by a touchdown here. And they haven't proven they could do that all year long. So I can't back them. So on the side, I'm off.
No side for Connor. Did you have any feel on the total here? Like we've talked about it just now. It feels like every week it's under for Sam Houston because of the defense they've played. But 53% of the bets and 65% of the money on the over in this game.
I know, and it's moved. You know, it's just finally because it's come back a little bit. Maybe they do score here. You know, one thing, Shoemaker, they finally have found some success throwing the ball a little bit, like I mentioned the last 2 or 3 weeks. And it'll be tough for FIU to score, I think, on Sam Houston at home. I'd play the under if I had to, free bet on this game. And I dare these teams to get to, 45, get over this number. But, when you get 2 bad teams sometimes, all the points might just flow. Especially in college football, when you think this could be just a dead under, and the line's moved on the total. This has moved 2.5, 3 points.
Yeah, it has. Opened up at 39.5, now up to 42. Shout to that. All right, Connor, let's recap our action here with a lovely edition of Betting with Bouquett. Thank you for being the unicorn capper that you are, being able to talk all these sports with me. I appreciate it, Connor. Let's start off with your NHL again. What do you want in the NHL?
I'm going to be on the Senators. I'm just going to wait. I don't know if I want to go first period or full game and split that on the puck line, but I'm going to be on it somewhere. I'm on the Red Wings. I think just give me the plus 111. I might be able to find a better number by a few there. DeBrincat, I'm on his goal here, plus 170. Larkin shots on goal over 3.5. I think you can look at his goal. It's right around the same price in that one. I'm on the Astros, plus 116. Do or die here. I'm on it. I think they can get to Scherzer, get him out of there, and get to that bullpen. And we'll see if they come through or if the bats stay ice cold and the Rangers roll. And I'm on the Brantley of Brady props, plus 190, their RBI, and Brantley plus 235. And I put a little on the Jack, plus 450 and plus 750 for Brantley. And I took the under, but it's down 1.5. I still think it's all right at 47.5, but in New Mexico, you took.
Beautiful. And as always, everyone in the chat, keep a lookout for those people putting out plays. We've got a lot of heaters going in there, like TJ dropping Ovechkin under 3.5 shots, plus 110. So shout out to you there.
I don't mind that. At some point he might get going and the shots on goal, but I don't know if it's here tonight. I like it.
Interesting. My action here, Connor, I've got a couple of plays. I've got 4 plays now. And thank you, Nasty Nate, for pointing out BetOnline has touchdown props for these college football games. So I'm on Houston as well. Money line, full game, plus 113. The under 9, plus 105 for me. UTEP, plus 3, minus 120. And I'm taking old Thomas Witt for touchdown, plus 700. Plus 700. So I can't wait, Connor. I can already see it in my head. They're in the goal line. It's like a big jumbo formation. Fake handoff to the fullback and then just loft it up to the tight end over the back. Yeah, and he'll just be wide open, touchdown. And we'll all be celebrating at the pub for a little plus 700 casher here as well. So
500.
Well, I got a plus 700 on BetOnline.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's going to
be see that.
Great times.
Okay.
I can't wait. So, Connor, what are you going to be up to on this lovely Wednesday? You hitting the links?
No, but I will be hitting the links here soon. I'm going to play next week. And then hopefully when our guy Schnizzle comes out here before the Breeders, we're going to play around the golf as well. So finally nice weather, too.
Yeah. There's
in Vegas. So
is it cold now there? Colder?
No, it's not cold yet. Really, at night, it's getting a little bit, but no, it's not cold.
Yeah, here it's actually getting a little nippy. It feels nice. We can go out and golf and not sweat our dicks off now. So that's very nice to see. Connor, some people mentioning some WNBA finals. Do you have anything on that real quick?
No, I do not do a ton of WNBA.
Okay. So thought I'd ask. I don't either, unfortunately. So that is why.
What are they saying? What are they like? New York?
Well, people asking about, like North Ender was asking, what about the WNBA? There's big injuries on the Aces, and Chelsea Gray I saw was out, and I think someone else is out for them, both having foot injuries.
Yeah, the line's moved a ton.
Oh, really?
Well, it's up to what, 6.5?
Yeah, let's give it a look here real quick. See if my odd sheet doesn't even have what is sexism. My odd sheet doesn't even have the WNBA to see what the line open up as. What disgustingness. But yeah, I can see why it moved. I mean, I'm still an Aces guy, but we'll see how it all pans out. So very interesting. And yeah, if you want WNBA, like Sweaty Butcher is saying, tune into Tease. He's a beast when it comes to WNBA.
Go listen to Tease, WNBA.
Yeah. All right. Thanks everyone for watching again. Connor, thank you for joining me as well. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Deshaun G. Witt asking about the UFC. We've got plenty of videos you can watch. Stat Diggers. I know apparently you lost your money with Clint, but you should go back to him because he'll make it back for you. Don't worry about that. Saturated TJ Dabby joining us. See Dabby Cab this weekend, making a trip up to Dallas for the live show.
Yeah.
Yep, Connor, I'll be on Hooters. The live stream this weekend with you guys as well. I don't know what game we're talking about, but there's a lot of good ones. Penn State, Ohio State's going to be fun. A lot of great games this weekend. So thanks everyone for watching that because we'll be on there as well. Max on record, razor sharp picks with a 4-0 sweep yesterday. Shout out to you there. Lamont Williams, North Ender, Woo, Justin McElvey, Philly Eagle Flyer. I refuse to say your shortstop's name. No, thank you. All you guys, North Ender, you guys make this special. Kevin Rivas, it's Thomas Whitford is the tight end from New Mexico State. Nasty Nate's nephew. So if we can legally or illegally put money on one of our family friend or something like that to win us money, especially at plus 700, I feel like it is an obligation that we have to.
Yeah. Hey, he's going to catch one. Maybe not even the goal line. Just one right down the seam. One-handed, baby. Touchdown.
That would be
how sick would that be, huh?
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, just they just like fucking a flea flicker to start the game to their tight end. One-handed catch. We cash the 700 and we ride off into the sunset. Thanks everyone for watching. Catch Connor Mac picks on all those college football videos.
Real quick, let me hit up Saturated. I don't know. I'm going to look at that more. You know, as long as Fields is out, I know Bears defense is horrible. I don't know if we even get over in that game that he's talking about, Raiders-Bears.
Yeah,
I just want to answer this question.
No, go ahead. Under's been dominating the NFL. I'm very interested to see what they do this week because a lot of
believe me,
are low.
As soon as you think unders are going, overs will. It's the NFL.
Exactly
in the NFL.
All those numbers are super, super low this week as well. So yeah, I agree with you. Overs might reign supreme this week. Who knows? But thanks everyone. We'll be back here again. Manana, Jimmy the Bag will be back in his prime form doing his thing. Connor, you'll be on the channel at several points. You can catch him on those cutout college football videos with him and Bobano giving out their talk or their plays, talking about each game. And on the college football live stream this weekend, like we said, Dabby Cab, myself, Jeff, we'll all be live at a Hooters in Dallas. So come out to Dallas and Garland. If you guys are Dallas Cappers and Garland, the Hooters in Garland. I don't know the address, but that's all I know. It's a Hooters in Garland.
Where's Garland? How outside of Dallas is it?
I think it's all inside of if it's in, sub-city, whatever.
It's around.
Yeah, it's in there. But basically the point is come out on Saturday, and if you're not in the Dallas area, watch the live stream. Again, all three of us in the Hooters. We'll have all the boys on the live stream as well. It'll be a whole lot of fun. So thanks, everyone, for watching. Say hey, and let's you those fucking bookmakers. Let's go.